Hey, what's up everyone? It is Thais here. So I will be trying African banding for the very first time to stretch my natural hair. So stretching the hair allows it to be elongated in comparison to leaving it in its natural state. So to start, I'm starting with clean, damp hair, and then I apply some leave-in conditioner just to provide extra slip to my hair before detangling it. So to begin, I am taking some African thread. These are like plastic threads that I bought on Amazon or Etsy, one of them. So I'm starting with 3 pieces of thread right here. And then I am going ahead and folding all 3 of those pieces into a section of that thread. So it'll be like a quarter way. It's not halfway, but a quarter way, just the length of your hair. However long your hair is, you want that folded section on the side to be the same length. And then I wrap it around that section, as you can see, wrap it around, and the folded section is being held in place while I take the other piece and begin to wrap it around my hair. So as you can see, I'm using one hand to hold my hair and that folded piece of thread, and I am using the other hand to wrap the thread around my hair. So as you're wrapping, you want to make sure that you are smoothing out your hair as much as possible. So this method is going to elongate the hair. It is a heat-free way of giving your hair a nice blowout. So this is a closer shot of me wrapping the thread around my hair. So I am making sure that I pull down those ends so that every single section is nice and straight, so that they do not come out crinkly and they are as stretched as possible, while I use the other hand to wrap that African thread around my hair. And you want to wrap as close together as possible. You want very little hair to be poking in between those threads, but don't worry if you have a little bit of hair poking out for your first time, but all you should be seeing is plastic for the best results. Make sure that it is very, very close to each other so that no hair is poking out. And you can wrap with as much tension as you like. So you want to repeat the same thing all the way to the ends of your hair until you are just wrapping the plastic around itself. So once you begin to wrap the plastic around itself, you want to take those ends and you want to tie it as if you're tying shoelaces just to form a knot. So it may require you to do 2 knots as it did for me, and that is totally fine. So if the ends are super long, you can just go ahead and cut it with a scissor after forming your knot. So it is nice and tight and secure, and I know it won't come out at night. So I'm repeating the same thing all over my hair with the same amount of hair. Take 3 pieces of thread. Make sure that you have one thread that falls in alignment with your hair, while you use the opposite side of the thread to wrap it around your hair, making sure that you do not see any hair visible or as little hair visible as possible for the best stretch. So you may find that you run out of thread before you reach the ends of your hair. So you just want to begin by taking 3 more pieces of thread and begin as if you are beginning at the roots by folding it down the length of that hair while using the other side to wrap the thread around the hair until you reach the end. And then you can just go ahead and cut the excess strings at the ends so that you can form that knot and you don't have too much strings just hanging. So since this is a heat-free blowout, I will be going to bed just like this and just allow my hair to air dry overnight. Okay, so it's the next day. Time to take these down and see how my hair turned out. So as far as putting them in took longer than expected. Oh my goodness, I don't know if it's because it's my first time doing this and I just had to get a hang of the method, but it took so long. I think it took me about 2.5 hours just to put in these little things. Like, what? So last night when I went to bed, it wasn't a comfortable sleep. Bantu knots are a whole lot more comfortable than these. I don't know, they just so uncomfortable. I cannot sleep in these, and these require you to sleep with them because, you know, it's heat free. But I'm gonna take them down and see how it looks for my first attempt. This one got a little unraveled right there. So I was a little bit intimidated by the takedown, but it's very simple. You just go ahead and loose out the knot at the end, and then you just go ahead and twist the threads into the opposite direction that you put them in. So you can even gently pull the threads and your hair will gently unravel as if you're taking out a braid. But make sure that you pay attention to your hair and listen to it. If you feel any pops or cracks, definitely be a lot more gentler with your hair. Okay, so this is the first section. It is nice and stretched and it has a nice sheen to it. It looked like I blow dried my hair right here. So I will be just taking down the rest of my hair. My hair feels very soft too. Okay, so this is how my hair looks with all of those threads out of there. I can see a sheen. My hair feels very soft. It looks stretched as if I blow dry my hair on low heat. It's not giving high heat vibes to it. Definitely a low heat blowout. It's a little bit more stretch than it gets when I plait it. But honestly, I wouldn't recommend this method. I just feel like it's just so much effort for just so little reward. So now that your hair is stretched, this is the perfect time to style it. You can put some braids in there. You can go ahead and put in a curly, low manipulation hairstyle. Whatever you would do on stretch hair. I wouldn't recommend leaving your hair like this because it's going to revert back. But this is just a great way to prepare your hair for styling it without using heat. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I enjoyed trying this method of stretching my hair. Thank you so much for recommending it to me. Happy I got the experience, but to be honest, I don't feel like it's for me. I just rather just blow dry my hair or just put in some plaits to get these same results. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely give this video a rating and see you in my next video.